I'm gonna be a truck driver and drive across the land. Gonna drive from Boston Beantown to the flowing Rio Grande. I'm gonna be a businessman just like my daddy-o. I'll buy and sell a lot of stuff and make a ton of dough. I'm gonna be an astronaut and boy will I go far. I'm gonna go to Venus and maybe to a star. I'm gonna be
Maybe the time has come for you to stop playing games. And maybe now that you have to make up your mind for sure about your future, it has become a tough decision. You're not the first one to have that problem. If anybody tells you that making it is tough, you know he's right. There are no free rides. And yet some guys make it big. And some guys spend their whole lives in first gear. What's the difference?
Man, I'll bet he's in the trades. If you want to make it, you've got to get into the trades. That's where the action is. They've got great unions, and it's not like not knowing anything where you're always getting laid off. Besides, you can make a good buck, and I mean a good buck in the trades.
Cigarette?
No, thank you. Tell me about yourself.
What?
Well, I mean, you have such a nice car and...
Oh, that. Well, I'm an electrician.
Oh, is that a good job?
Not a job, it's a trade. You have to know something to be an electrician. You gotta have something on the ball.
Well, that was a good time.
A guy who works with electricity. Now, he has to know what he's doing. If he doesn't know what he's doing, he can get hurt. A lot of people can get hurt.
I'm gonna be electricity. He strings his long high voltage line across the countryside. He drops his towers from the sky and rides a bucket ride. I'm gonna be electricity. He brings electric power lines to the buildings of the town. He hangs them from the cross arms and lays them in the ground. I'm gonna be electricity. He works with power switches, with control centers and dials. His rivers carry the power of 100,000 Niles. I'm gonna be electricity. He powers atomic power plants, climbs 100 stories high. He brings vision, he brings comfort, and he lights the darkened sky. I'm gonna be electricity. He brings safety to a darkened street, safety in the night. He takes a home that's dark and still and fills it full of light. I'm gonna be electricity.
Here we go. Have a seat. Let me introduce you to these men. These gentlemen represent the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers. So do I. These men are members of the National Electrical Contractors Association. Now, the union and employers cooperate in this industry whenever they can, especially in selecting the right young man for our joint apprentice training program. Now, your application and school transcript indicate that you've taken the right basic courses, gotten the right grades. You graduated. You're over 18 and under 25?
Yes, sir. 19.
In good health?
Yes, sir.
So far, so good. But we interview each applicant personally, so it's your turn on the hot seat. Now, let's start with the most important question of all. Why do you want to be an electrician?
Well, a lot of my friends are just taking jobs, you know, like running behind some counter or running a punch press, things like that. Well, anybody can do that stuff.
And you think you're something special?
Well, yeah, I sure do.
Well, good. Because if you're selected for this program, and if you can keep up the pace, you will be something special. And so far, you're doing just fine.
Apprenticeship usually lasts 4 years. You work on the job, and you get regular pay raises as you go along. That first year is the toughest. That's when everybody's looking to see if you're a goof-off or if you really want to make it. In the classroom, the first year is all basics, learning electrical theory mostly.
And now, gentlemen, who can give me Ohm's law?
The current in the circuit is equal to the voltage applied across the circuit divided by the resistance of the circuit.
Good. Now, what do these symbols stand for?
Current, voltage, and resistance.
The second year, you're feeling better because you just got your pay increase. And you start learning what makes motors, transformers, and all the basic equipment work.
Good evening, gentlemen.
Who can tell me what's wrong with this diagram?
I don't think it adds up. The amperes don't come out right.
Well, what doesn't add up?
Well, you come off the first lighting fixture with 2 amps, and 6 amps goes to the motor.
All right. So what?
So you have them adding up there to 9 amps, and all you can get from 2 and 6 is 8.
Okay. Is there anything else?
Yeah, you don't show a resistance in that last circuit, but it's got to have resistance.
Good. Now, who can tell me how much resistance?
The last 2 years, the work keeps getting more complicated. But the fact is, it gets easier. By now, you're pushing the instructor. You want to know the answers to questions that come up on the job. And you want to be ready for the new job opportunities that are coming along, like in atomic energy and static control.
Okay. What are the basic building blocks of every kind of static control? Kowalski, let's hear it from you.
Well, if you want to build a static control, you have to start with the logic elements, the NOT, NOR, NAND.
A retentive memory element.
Yes, that's the question.
A retentive memory element remembers whatever you have stored in it, even if you've turned the power off.
That's right.
You go through all that, and then one day, you're a journeyman electrician and you're earning full-scale wages.
Journeyman, a clever man is he. He's learned to handle electricity. The journeyman, a clever man is he. He's learned to handle electricity. The journeyman, a mighty man is he. He's a big man in today's society.
Making it is serious business. Maybe it's time for you to stop playing games. Right now, and for the rest of this century, and long after that, electricians will be in big demand. One of them could be you.
The journeyman, a mighty man is he. He's made it big, he's got security. The journeyman, a mighty man is he. He's a big man in today's society. The journeyman, a mighty man is he. He's made it big, he's got security. The journeyman, a mighty man is he. He's made it big in today's society.